It was fast and it was furious. Flash flooding rains pound the Albuquerque metro area. Good evening. Those storms are still lighting up the radar.
And it looks like we're in for a repeat performance tomorrow. Mark Ronchetti is tracking the latest.
Tell you what, you guys, we still have flood warnings across east central sections of the state. Curry, Baca County still dealing with, as is Guadalupe County as well. As you head up to the north, finally, areas to the extreme northern parts of the state, like Rio Arriba County, coming off the board, but still San Miguel County, Mora County, down into Torrance County, and of course down into Chaves County, still dealing with flood advisories. And we are not seeing these storms go away with nightfall. These are not being fueled necessarily by the heat of the day. And what we're seeing right now is some lighter stuff in and around the Albuquerque area, up to 2 inches of rain in western sections of the Sandias, and then as you head down into the valley here as well. Across the northern mountains, what we're getting at this point is some steadier rain starting to abate a little bit, but most of the action now is really intensifying over east central sections of the state along the I-40 corridor around Las Vegas, where we're dealing with big-time rains at this point and a lot of lightning and obviously thunder as well. And south of the I-40, what we're getting at this point is those scattered storms now kind of congealing into a big old area of storms. And around the Roswell area, finally starting to get some rain there as well. So things starting to really intensify here. Earlier, it was a rough go in the Albuquerque area where we got a whole lot of rain. Here's a look at the arroyos, and part of what got us in all of this is the storm setting up on the western edge of the Sandias. The arroyos come right out of the western edge of the Sandias and right through the city. So these storms in the location were perfectly set up to fill up the arroyos and lead to a very dangerous situation. Thankfully, nobody got caught in this. Everybody stayed out of the arroyos. Good news on that front, and we got some much needed moisture, and there's more on the way. Details are coming up.
Well, that strong round of storms that passed through the metro area earlier this evening brought lightning strikes and, as Mark just showed you, a lot of rain. News 13's Jim Winchester is live downtown now with more.
And Diane, there are no injuries to report this evening. That is the good news. But lightning did cause some damage to the area. And as you just saw, those arroyos for a short period of time were filled to capacity. With rainwater from the foothills channeling into Albuquerque's arroyos and spilling onto cross streets, local residents took in the spectacle.
It's almost like Niagara Falls. The force of it is incredible. It's something I haven't seen in a long time here in Albuquerque, I can tell you that.
I live right at the street, and this ditch goes down quite a ways. It's a lot of water.
It's a huge amount of water. I mean, imagine your bathtub is, what, probably 40 gallons, perhaps? And imagine how many bathtubs are right there, moving at 40, 50 miles an hour.
It wasn't just in the arroyos, as standing puddles on roads became targets for many vehicles. Meanwhile, there were several lightning strikes in the area, which is what is suspected to have caused this damage to an industrial facility in the 9,000 block of San Mateo.
We're looking at a possible lightning strike as a cause right now. Seems to be kind of leaning that way because there's nothing that would indicate any other cause or origin from underneath the stack.
The building was evacuated as a precaution. There were no injuries. Meanwhile, PNM also reported about 80 customers lost power near Sandia Peak. A busy night for crews handling fire and rain. Yeah, busy night indeed. In fact, during heavy rainstorms, the swiftwater rescue crews are on standby normally on the east side. Well, tonight, because of those heavy rains, they were not only standing by on the east side, but on the west side as well. Back to you guys.
But fortunately, they didn't have to make any rescues. Thank you, Jim. Now, you can keep track of the weather around the clock on our website, krqe.com.